Okay, got some ATF news for you. There's two bits of good news. ATF news. Here you go. First is Cargill, who you will remember. Mr. Cargill was the guy from Texas who got the bump stock ban overturned when he sued the ATF. He is an FFL. Cargill is an FFL. So he sued the ATF's new policy. They had a zero tolerance policy. The zero tolerance policy came in under Biden. And what it basically, what it meant was, hey, any mistake an ATF makes, we're going to jump on their head and pull their license, okay? So they got rid of the zero tolerance policy. The ATF has new guidance, and it's really the old guidance before the Biden's zero tolerance. What happened was in 2021, Biden said he was going after, and this was the quote, rogue firearms dealers. But instead, he basically went after all firearms dealers because every FFL makes an honest mistake or two here and there. And that's what the zero tolerance was. They no longer had any tolerance for any mistake of any kind, whether it was an honest minor mistake or not. It actually resulted in a 500% increase in the number of FFLs being put out of business, a 500% increase in the amount of FFLs being put out of business. Now, the Texas Public Policy Foundation, they're the guys that supplied the lawyers in this case. They actually gave this example, which I thought really illustrated the the problem with the zero tolerance policy. Quote, for example, in Florida, a multi-generational firearm dealer, JM Gun Repair, had its license revoked earlier this year, actually back in 2024, based on simple paperwork errors. These include mistakes as innocuous as a buyer filling out the county blank by writing USA. So there's a blank on the form, the 4470 form, right?
4473.
4473 form.
Correct.
That says, hey, what county are you in? And some people read that as country.
That happens daily.
It happens all the time.
Daily.
USA.
Yep.
So they said, oh, country, USA. Okay. When actually they're asking for county. Mm-hmm. Filling out the county blank by writing USA, having mistaken it for country. Similar stories have begun to emerge from firearms dealers nationwide. Many of these stories had been many of these stores had been in business for decades and believed they had good working relationships with the ATF. Those relationships have been shattered by this new zero tolerance policy, end quote. That was put out again by the Texas Public Policy Foundation about the zero tolerance policy. I will say again, ATF agents are predatory. The ATF agency is a predatory agency. They are not your friend. They are not pro-Second Amendment. They're absolutely horrible and should be muzzled. And that's the second piece of good news. The second piece of good news is, and there's been a lot of talk. It's not the first time I've said the ATF is a predatory agency, and hey, should they be disbanded? Should they be muzzled? What should happen? Well, one of the really cool things that Trump decided to do is ATF agents are now being pulled from their ATF duties and being used to deport illegal aliens. So it's I think for the next few months, or for at least for the foreseeable short-term future, you're going to see a lot less activity from ATF agents because they're going to be busy fulfilling the campaign promise of making sure that dangerous illegal aliens. That's not to say that all illegal aliens are dangerous. That's to say that they're targeting illegal aliens who have proven to be dangerous. They're getting deported, and they're using ATF agents to do that. So all these predatory anti-gun federal law enforcement jerkies now get to go make sure that we're not being infiltrated by dangerous foreign people who are here illegally. How about that? Enjoy the next couple of years, ATF. And that's all you need to know this week, legislatively and from the courts.
All right, that's our legal and legislative segment.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for watching. I'm Michael from Gun Owners Radio. If you liked what you saw, please don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and make a comment. Help us out. Go to gunownersradio.com. Thanks for watching.